Dude, I've never told this story to like anyone outside of my close friend group, bro. Invader was shot 50 times in Chicago. Dude, absolutely. Now, you want the story time now? Run them polls, nigga. Tell us. Wiz told me the story. He was deep in the trenches and tried jugging the local crackhead and almost got upped on. We want Wingstop story? All right.
Bribery will surely work.
It absolutely will work. Yeah, gift me a sub and I'll tell the story. Do it after the tier list, bro. They want it now. Is this another story about you in Beverly Hills, bro? I told you, bro. I'm literally from the trenches, bro. Y'all don't believe me, bro. How do you think I almost got shot, bro? I'm from the trenches. And most of the people voted fuck yeah. All right, fine. I will tell you guys about the time that I almost got shot in Wingstop. I have never told this story outside of my close friend group, so you guys will get to hear it first. Put on some scary music. What's scary music? Ooh. All right, I put some shit on. Chat. This story happened all the way back in June of 2024. This was around the time that I wasn't doing the rap stuff that I'm sure you guys saw on the main channel. So this story almost happened a year ago. This happened at VidCon, chat. Have any of you seen my VidCon video where I talk about why I hate VidCon? I never mentioned it there. But this happened while I was at VidCon. Not while I was at VidCon, but while we were there traveling for VidCon. This song sucks. Bro thinks he's so tough. I'm not tough at all, bro. Actually, no, I am tough, bro. Y'all niggas don't believe me, bro. I'm literally from the streets, bro. This is how this shit happens. All right, perfect song. Go. All right, nigga. That was so loud. Nigga, all you heard was go. All right, chat, lock in. So, me and my friends, we went to go see Inside Out 2. And there was a Wingstop right next to where we're at. Now, VidCon takes place in Anaheim, California. And for those who haven't been to Anaheim, California is kind of a ghetto. I'm not gonna lie to you. That place is kind of a ghetto. You have the Anaheim Convention Center, and then you have Disney. Like, that's kind of it. Everything else is a ghetto, essentially, right? So it was like 9 p.m. So if you're out in a ghetto at 9 p.m., that's probably not the best thing to do, to be at, you know what I mean? Basically, right? This was around the time when Not Like Us was like still like really, really popular and shit. They were playing it at the convention center and everything. And essentially, right, we were at Wingstop, and it was me. I think there was 6 of us. There were 6 of us on that trip. 2 of them went to go to Panda Express, which was right next to Wingstop. 4 of us, including me, went into the Wingstop store because I liked Wingstop. None of them had Wingstop. We got the shit, right? So good, bro. We loved the food, all right? But then the conversation that me and the friends started happening kind of went more on the serious side, you know what I mean? So we spent a lot of time just kind of talking about like serious shit, you know what I mean? Like, chat, have you guys ever had those like late night Discord VCs where it's just like telling stories or talking about life or talking about this or about that? Kind of like one of those, but in real life. And we were in the restaurant for like 2 hours, but it's like a small restaurant, and it's not like a restaurant to where it's like they'll kick you out if you're there for too long. It's just like you can chill, you can hang out, it's fucking whatever. So we were eating and we were just chatting, bro. It was not necessarily a good time. It was kind of like more of like a vent session, but it was good for us, you know what I mean? You think we don't talk to people in real life? Yes, you're Invader Wiz fan. So imagine, chat, right? There's a word for that. It's called a conversation. Okay, fair enough, bro. Fair enough. You got me there. So imagine, right? You guys are like listening to your friend like vent about like life, or listening to friends, like plural. And you're just like, man, right? So you're locking into the conversation. You start thinking like a 3 a.m. Discord conversation. As we're in the middle of this conversation, Not Like Us comes onto the radio. Like I said, I know Not Like Us is more of a meme now, but at the time when it first came out in like May, that shit was like, oh my God, you know what I mean? Like there was hype around. So when it came on, my entire friend group just started laughing. Like it broke the tension, and it was kind of funny. It was kind of fun. So I start rapping to the table. The song, right? Like I said before, the restaurant is in like a small like venue, you know what I mean? It's like a small venue. So even though I'm like busting on the beat, hope deep, but like I'm rapping to the table, the nigga behind us can hear. So essentially, I get to the point of the certified lover boy, certified. I'm like overplaying it right now, but honestly, I was literally just rapping to the table. Niggas behind us, well, they're not niggas. It was a Mexican couple. Boy behind me is like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Nobody wants to hear you sing. So obviously, I'm not gonna like take that. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, you just told me to shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm gonna look behind and I'm gonna be like, you shut the fuck up. No one wants, like, I was just like, you shut the fuck up. So then it turns into like a banter back and forth, right? Now from where I'm from, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if any of you guys have been on the West Coast, but them niggas are aggressive. God damn, those niggas over there are aggressive. I don't know if there's just a difference between like the coast. I'm from the East Coast. How I handle conflict is if we actually get into like a little bit of a conflict, and I'm sure some of you guys have done that. I've de-escalated situations with humor, where like a lot of like self-deprecation humor, to where it's like, all right, like it's really not that serious. Like the altercation is really not that serious. Then you got fucking get shot. So I'll be like, I'll tell like a joke, but like it's a self-deprecating joke. It's like, okay, I'll shut the fuck up, like in the middle of that. And I made the nigga, oh, thank you for the prime sub. Where I was trying to make the dude laugh. And I did make him smile. Because we are going back and forth, but it's not like a yelling match. It's like a you shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. No, you shut the fuck up. So eventually I make him smile. So I'm just like, all right, I can just turn around and it's whatever. So I'm about to like be done. This nigga's like, oh, so you trying to run a fade? And I was like, no, I wasn't like that though. Like immediately once I realized that he was trying to escalate it, I was just like, no, yeah, no, I'm good. Literally, my friends could tell you, bro. I'm not gonna say who was there, but I have friends who were there. I literally had my hands up just being like, nope, nope. He was like, oh yeah, so what was all that talk? What was all that talk? You a bitch, right? You a pussy. I'm just like, yeah, I guess I am. Like I was literally just trying to de-escalate it. Kind of like, all right, it's really not that serious because it was really never serious in the first place, right? Boy, you stood on business. Diddy blood. You should have called Pat God. Nigga, what? Nigga, what? He pulled out a gun and then shot 67 bullets at you, but you remember your 50 cents, so you live. Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what happened. So essentially, right, I'm at that point. I tried de-escalating it with humor. Didn't work. So we try a different thing where I'm just like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Whatever. So I guess that was like an ego boost to him because I talked to my friends after the fact and a couple of them kind of like told me like, dude probably thought like you were like testing his manhood or something. Cause you know, people have fucking, they're insecure. Niggas are insecure. He was probably insecure and he didn't like the fact that like I wasn't taking him seriously. So he's trying to be all buff and I'm just like, the fuck? So, and things got worse after trying that method out. Yes, bro. I'm so serious. Me trying to de-escalate it made it worse. Was he trying to impress his girl? That was my theory, actually, Cubert. That's my theory, is that he was just trying to impress his girl, essentially, because he was like, oh, I can't let this guy do this, do that, when I'm really not doing anything. You know how simple it would have been? Because he immediately came at me with aggression. That's how he started it. Like, chat, if somebody tells you to shut up, are y'all taking that line down? If somebody tells you shut the fuck up, you're just going to sit there being like, don't be shut the fuck up. Like, you're not taking that seriously. So if that happened to y'all, you would I'm shooting him. I'm personally calling a drone strike. I would shut the fuck up. Depends on who. Well, everyone depends on the person. Someone tells me to shut up. I'm saying, no, thank you. I don't feel like it. Exactly. So my reaction to the situation is really not that abnormal because I'm the type of person to be like, yo, what the fuck? But I'm also not a fighter. Oh, no, that motherfucker getting slapped. See, thank you. Some people are going to slap the nigga. I'm not an altercation type of person. So I tried de-escalating it. Didn't work. Nigga got insecure and then starts beefing up, starts being like, you a bitch now, you a bitch now. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm literally trying to back. I'm not saying anything, my guy. That's the sug shit I be hating, man. No, literally. He starts reaching. This is Cali. Niggas have guns in Cali. Then I'm just like, now I'm just not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna turn over and he just gonna stop. I was just like, bro, yeah, no. GG. Like, I'm just like, GG. And this is the crazy thing is that as soon as he starts reaching, that's when his girl's like, no, Papi, sit down. No, Papi, sit down. And I'm just like, so you didn't do that before? Are we dead ass? Are we dead ass? Like, it took him reaching for a gun for her to be like, no, Papi, no. Honestly, turning away from the conflict is a lot manlier of a move than making dumbass dangerous moves for no reason. No, exactly. Because my intent is to end the conflict. So as you can see, I'm making multiple different decisions to try to end and get out of this conflict. And he keeps trying to escalate it because he's on some thug gangster shit because he's like, oh, that's how I have to prove my manhood. Nigga, I'm turning away. We're done. Now, obviously, I've never had a gun pulled on me. I've never had something like that happen to me. So I was fucked up for the rest of the night because I never had that happen to me. Like I said before, I know I make all the jokes where it's like, I'm from the street. Bro, I am a suburban kid. I don't care who says what. I love gated communities. But it's not like I haven't been in an altercation, you know what I mean? It's just I feel like people on the East Coast aren't as crazy as the West Coast. I'm not a city person. I don't live in a city. But I just feel like East Coast
just goon all
isn't.
Over the place next time.
What are we? What? This is basically, I just feel like this is an East Coast, West Coast thing to where it's just like, listen, man, all the altercations I've had here in the East Coast have been de-escalated through humor. Over on the West Coast, not so much. So nowadays, if I were to ever go back to the West Coast, first thing I'm going to do is say nothing. I don't care. I'm not losing my life over some dumb shit, bro. Because someone else wants to crash out. Not because of anything that I did, because I didn't even do shit. You can make the argument that, oh, maybe you shouldn't have talked back, but like I already said in Ask Chat, who is standing on business and who is not? If someone tells you to shut the fuck up, what are you doing? That is a pretty normal response. A not normal response, someone who can't control their emotions would, as he's escalating, you escalate too. What's, oh, what you talking about? Oh, what is that? Boom. Nigga ends up like 50 Cent. Like that, you know what I mean? I was controlling my emotions because it's not getting me as mad as he is. And I think that's what bothered him. But yeah, so like I said, after that happened, I had never had that kind of situation happen to me. So I was really, really anxious. Like I have really bad anxiety, which honestly doesn't appear on the stream, but like my anxiety was like shooting through the roof or whatever. Even though I was able to control my emotions in that like scenario, overall, I think after. So I'm just like, oh, it could have ended this way. It could have ended that way. It could have went here. So I'm thinking literally everywhere. And like the Dochi song? Yes, exactly like the Dochi song. So after the situation, I was fucked for the rest of the night, bro. I'm pretty sure I like actually like was loud crying, like breaking down. It was not a bright time for me at that time. So it's just like, I don't know. It was like the reason why I went so crazy with YouTube was because of that story. Because in that moment, my life flashed before my eyes. And at that time, I wasn't where I wanted to be. I wasn't as consistent. I wasn't uploading. I wasn't doing anything. Like before any of y'all even knew who I was, that was the moment that like low-key changed my life. That was the moment where my whole mind was like, bro, if I died there, it would have just been black kids shot in Wingstop. And personally, I don't want to be a statistic. So I was like, damn, all right, bro, I gotta lock in. I'm so serious. I hired an editor. It was like literally like 3 days later, right? It's the video where I did the YouTube diss tracks, or I was going through like the YouTube diss tracks and shit. I literally called Spacey and I was like, yo, can you upload this video for me? I had never done that. I think I had to give him access to my account, but I was like, yeah, I seriously got to get back to uploading. Hired an editor, uploaded a bunch of times, and then here we all are. So that was the moment that my entire like mindset changed, because it's like, damn, I could have died. If I was anybody else, life could have ended right there. We're here because of Wingstop. Fire. No, exactly. So it's literally like a boogeyman story to my friend group. I'll be like, ooh, Wingstop, ooh. But it's like, you know, I cope with humor, so it's really not that serious to me anymore. But at the time, it was pretty serious. Thank you, Wingstop. And for all of the people who have been a part of the community, you want to know the fucked up thing about this? This might be the most fucked up thing I might say on stream, because you already know who he is, so it's okay. The person who was there for me when I was having that mental breakdown after Wingstop was, I'm like ugly crying. He's giving me this big ass bear hug, trying to help me feel better. Shit's fucked, bro. Bro, the fact he stayed with you was real at the time. Why do you think it's so fucked up? Because of all the shit that happened. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't talk about it a lot publicly, but it's like, nigga, that shit is mentally fucking, bro. That shit is mentally fucked up. Close enough. Welcome back, Jawbreakers. Bro, I'm be the new Swoozy, chat. I'm be the new Swoozy. Can't believe some scrawny white boy gave us whiz. He wasn't scrawny. He was a scrawny Mexican kid. But yeah, that's the Wingstop story, ladies and gentlemen. That story made me lock in. It made me drop more videos because I realized if I died right there, I wouldn't have been the person that I wanted to be. And here we are a year later, and I'm alive. Didn't think I would get here, but was it an Edgar? Yes, it was. That's your story, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go to restaurants at 9 p.m. in Anaheim, and don't sing Not Like Us either. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention in the story, because there's 6 of us, the 2 of the other friends had no idea this was happening, by the way. They were outside the whole time. So they had no idea any of this was happening. It was only 4 friends that were in there. Just wanted to say that. W story segment. Back to the tier.